Yes. Greetings, family. Okay, hope this day finds you all well, in good spirits and in good health. All right, so I'm going to come with the first news story of the day. This comes from the BBC, and it headlines Jen Reid, statue of Black Lives Matter protester appears on Colston Plinth. It goes on, a figure of a Black Lives Matter protester has appeared on the plinth previously occupied by the statue of slave trader Edward Colston. A sculpture of protester Jen Reid was erected early on Wednesday in Bristol city centre, where the Colston statue was pulled down last month. Miss Reid has been photographed standing on the empty plinth after the Colston statue was toppled during the march. Mayor Marvin Rees said the statue did not have permission to be installed. Artist Mark Quinn said the black resin statue, called A Surge of Power, was meant to be a temporary installation to continue the conversation about racism. He said he was inspired to create it after seeing an image of Miss Reid standing on the plinth with her fist raised during the Black Lives Matter protest on the 7th of June. Mr. Quinn then contacted Miss Reid through social media, and they worked together on the statue, which was erected shortly before 4:30. I think it's something the people of Bristol really appreciate seeing, Miss Reid said. My husband took the photo on the day of the protest and put it on his social media. He was contacted by Mark Quinn, who then contacted myself. I was in his studio by the Friday after the protest with 201 cameras surrounding me, taking pictures of me from every conceivable angle. That went into a 3D print and a mould was made. Miss Reid said the sculpture was important because it helped keep the journey towards racial injustice and equality moving. She said she had felt an overwhelming impulse to climb on the plinth during last month's protest. When I was stood there on the plinth and raised my arm in Black Power salute, it was totally spontaneous, she said. I didn't even think about it. It was like an electric charge of power was running through me. This sculpture is about making a stand for my mother, for my daughter, for black people like me. Miss Quinn said, I saw pictures of Jen on the plinth and she spontaneously made this gesture and I thought this was amazing. She's an extraordinary artwork just by doing that, and it needs to be crystallized into an object that put back on the plinth. It had to be in that public realm, and I wanted to put it in that charged spot where Edward Colston had been before. Mayor of Bristol Marvin Rees, who had previously called the statue of Colston an affront, said the new sculpture was not requested and permission was not given for it to be installed. The future of the plinth and what is installed on it must be decided by the people of Bristol, he said. This will be critical to the building a city that is home to those who are elated at the statue being pulled down, those who sympathise with its removal but are dismayed at how it happened, and those who feel that in its removal they've lost a piece of the Bristol they know and therefore themselves. We need change in leading that we need change. In leading that change, we have to find a pace that brings people with us. There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The council has established a commission of historians and other experts to research the city's quote-unquote true history. On the 7th of June, protesters used ropes to pull the Colston statue, which had been at the Bristol city centre site since 1895, from its plinth. It was then dragged into the harbour side, where it was thrown into the water of Perrow's Bridge, named in honour of enslaved man Perrow Jones, who lived and died in the city. Bristol City Council later retrieved the statue, which will be displayed in a museum along with the placards from the Black Lives Matter. Okay, family, so that's your first story of the day. So like I said, it headlines Jen Reid, statue of Black Lives Matter protester appears on Colston Plinth. Now, I hope that story doesn't trigger anybody, but if it does, as ever, please leave your views and comments below, man. Yeah, it makes interesting reading, whether I agree or not. And obviously, we know it's all about opinions. Okay, thank you very much.